You're not gonna believe me, but I literally just recorded this whole section on slow motion, so I have to do it all again. Let's see if this is gonna be a really flowy one, because bro. Basically, what I did to write this article is ask myself a few questions on different areas of creation and how, like, at some points I got lost or I didn't really know what to do anymore. So this is about, you don't need to find the right direction. You just need one that you enjoy. You need to stop looking for the final line, goal, whatever, and you need to fuck being perfect and start being honest. Or enjoying the work now changes everything later. So basically this whole article is revolving around presence and enjoying your work, and the fact that when you really manage to do that, the rest just all falls into place, basically magically. Let's see. So you don't need the right direction, you need one you enjoy. And I have a key advice for each of the sections. And this one would be, stop trying to design the perfect future and appreciate now for what it is. Because looking back, I didn't choose an unreasonable path, but a fairly unconventional one. I understood that I could do whatever I wanted, and I didn't actually know what I wanted. Which made me want to choose the ultimate direction that could hold everything. All interests, all skills, all futures. And that idea was really exciting, but at the same time, living it in that present was really heavy. What helped me was realizing that this everything doesn't need to exist just yet. It's something you move towards, not something you execute all at once. Breaking it down and allowing myself to enjoy what I'm doing now changed everything. Getting closer every day, and that's enough. The same applies to the work we do that isn't the dream. So I don't want to work in advertisement productions forever, and I don't want to make coffee at fairs forever. But those are the things that sit at the intersection of what I enjoy, what I'm good at, and what supports my life right now. What makes them valid, or even more than that, and they deserve my full presence. I've stopped doing things half-heartedly. If I can't show up fully, I'd rather say no, and that boundary alone has clarified more than any 5-year plan ever could. And something else has shifted too. I stopped believing that enjoyment means that it doesn't count as work. Because for someone else, it may just be the hardest thing ever. Letting easy work be the easy work makes the hard work sustainable, and it creates balance, up and down, effort and flow. Stop looking for the final. Key advice here is fulfillment doesn't happen at arrival. It comes from noticing. Everyone struggles until they realize that the path is the point. Some notice it early, some notice it when they made it, and feel oddly empty. Most of us glorify the future, then romanticize the past, and while missing the only place that life actually happens, the present. When the present is anchored in a lived past and a consciously chosen direction, the future stops being a threat. The people who seem most fulfilled aren't chasing recognition, they're enjoying what they're choosing to do every day. This has flipped upside down how I create. I focus infinitely more on the intention than the outcome. I accept my current level and prioritize output because that's where I noticed improvement actually happens for me. I don't search something I enjoy doing. I choose things that I may enjoy doing and switch if I don't. Something good inevitably grows from that. Fear still shows up, and I just don't let it run the show. I listen, I reflect, and usually realize it is louder than it is true. Once the pressure lifts, opportunities stop appearing like distractions. I can finally feel something supports my flow, and so far, following that has only moved me. It's no longer about becoming someone specific, because I might never be the person who I thought I was gonna be. But every day I'm less of the person that I didn't want to be, and that is the literal definition of growth. Fuck being perfect and start being honest. Key advice here is consistency isn't the cure, it's the amplifier. I had to let go of the idea that it would magically happen, because it won't. It's the result of consistent input, which is ironic because I'm terrible at consistency. I thrive on feedback, on momentum, on seeing results, and I used to rush to get to the outcome. And again, ironically, that made the work worse. What changed was deciding that it will happen. Not because I'm forcing it, but because I'm not quitting. Once that outlook disappeared, I stopped checking every 5 minutes if I was there yet. Accepting became the only real anchor. Now it feels less like striving and more like continuing. Because anything is better than nothing, and some days nothing is all you got. A positive outlook doesn't make you naive, it makes the process realistic. Acting on present fulfillment creates future options. The more you move toward what you enjoy, the more similar opportunities appear. Eventually, you're not fighting for scraps. You'll get to cherry pick. Fear doesn't sustain anything. No system thrives on punishment, withdrawal, or pressure. Those are tools of exhaustion. Teaching, supporting, reinforcing, connecting, that's what makes things grow, including people. Remembering why I began doesn't feel dramatic anymore. The intention was always there in this exact way. I just see it more clearly now. It may never become what I once imagined, but that was never the point. No one has it figured out. And when you get close enough to them, you realize we're all just winging it with what we've been given. What looks like ambition in others is often just direction, and direction is a skill that you can learn by being honest with yourself and brave enough to listen. That's it. Here we are. Whew. Actually, this was nice because this made me even be more flowy with the text than I was already from writing it, obviously. Give me a little clap because I managed to not look into the little side mirror anymore. I'm actually looking right into the black hole that is staring back at me really weird. If you wanna check out any of the other articles, this was episode 5 of a 5-part series. And episode 1 is already online, and because I'm a rebel, I just kind of jumped to 3 and 4, which are still gonna come, but let's see when the muse touches me and I will record them. I just came back from a holiday and felt like recording this because a few days ago I actually had a conversation with a friend that talked about a lot of things that I mentioned in this. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and if you feel like reading it or just listening to it or whatever it may be, check out the description below, and I'll see you soon for some more insights and interviews as well, because there is a lot in planning, but time is scarce. See you, bye!